So I'm gonna tell you the story how I won the Colorado Cash 5 like in 2016. I think it was September 31st. I went to jail for like 6 months a long time ago. Like in 2016, I was sitting in jail, and I'm up on the top tier. I'm looking down into the room. I'm seeing all the people sitting at the table and stuff like that. And I see this white guy, and he just had all these papers just spread out on the table. It was crazy, man. It just looked like a whole bunch of just paper all over the table. He was sitting at the table by himself. And once in a while, some black dudes would go down there and sit next to him and shit. And then I'll see him get up, and I was like, oh, they ain't interested in that, and blah, 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 blah. I had some time, man. I ain't had nothing else to do and shit. So I go down there, I sit at the table, and I see the dude, I start talking to him. And he said him and his wife always hits the lottery, man, for like little amounts, not like millions and shit like that. And I was like, can you show me how to do it? So he sat there, man, showed me how to do it, it's numerology pretty much. I didn't even know about numerology at the time. And it's pretty much numerology. So what you're doing is taking the numbers and reducing them down to the lowest number. And, it depends on what game you're playing. There's a certain amount of balls. So actually, I played the Cash 5, so there's 32 balls in there. So I would just reduce my numbers and make sure they're not higher than 32. By the time I got out of there, first of all, he left. He ended up leaving like a week later after that. So I started doing the shit by myself. I was just studying and doing it. I had nothing else to do. And they give you these little ass pencils, man. So, I done went through a lot of pencils and paper and shit, man. I had stacks of paper and shit. And finally, I got the shit in my head where I didn't have to do that no more. And he ended up leaving. So I would get the newspaper because I was a tier porter. I would clean up like the tier and shit in the morning. So I'd get the newspaper that slid under the door, look at the lotto numbers. I do my numbers, I do my thing and shit. My numbers would match. Not all of them. I get like 3 of them. I get like 2 of them. I get like 4 of them. Because in the Colorado lottery, if you get the Cash 5, if you get 4 numbers, it's $200. But if you win all of them, all 5 numbers, there's no extra ball or nothing. It's just 5 numbers straight. You get $20,000. So they do this shit every day. Every day they play the Cash 5, so you have a chance to win $20,000. They'll let you get that shit, man. It ain't millions and shit, so it's a little bit easier. And I always play the games that's in the state. Like Colorado Lottery, the Cash 5, maybe the Pick 3. I rarely play Powerball, Mega Ball, because you're competing against the whole country. You know what I'm saying? So your odds is a little bit different and shit and a little bit harder. So, man, I ended up getting out. I taught one of my friends, Will, how to do the shit. He ended up mastering the shit, too. So we was doing the shit all the time. So next thing you know, man, I was in this hotel room off of Federal Boulevard down like by 72nd Avenue. A little hood hotel and shit. Had a little gas station across the street. And I had my like studio in there. I had like a little music equipment, my computer, shit like that. That's when I was really tough on the music. And man, I had $5 to my name, man. $5 to my name. And I went across the street. This was like probably 10 o'clock in the afternoon and shit. I go across the street to the little gas station and shit. I buy a beer, a Budweiser or some crazy shit. And then I had like $3 change left over. So I didn't even bring a piece of paper or nothing, man. I pulled these numbers out of my head because I learned the system so good and shit. And I know, it's just pattern. You just follow the pattern. So I'm sitting there writing the numbers down. Bum, 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 bum. I get to the last number and I'm like, man, which one do I pick? All of a sudden, I feel my left hand just move over. It was weird. And it just scribbled on the 1. Okay? So I go back over to the hotel, put my headphones on, start working on this music and shit. And I was like, fuck it, let me check this ticket. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Let me check this ticket. Then I pull out my ticket, look on my phone, the numbers and shit. 1, 2, 6, 9, 20. That was the numbers. I still remember it today. My mom died like a year before that. And she always played the lottery. And I honestly believe my mother helped me from the other side. You know what I mean? Because it was weird because I felt my arms just go all the way to the one. And I didn't do that because I never picked one. And the thing just whoop, went like that. Man, I couldn't fucking believe it, man. I couldn't fucking believe it. It was amazing because it fulfilled what I was trying to do. And I don't know, it might have been manifestation. It could have been manifestation because in my mind, I'm gonna win this shit. I'm gonna win this shit. I told my friends, I told everybody, they thought it was crazy. Everything I do, man, come up with these ideas. People think I'm crazy and shit, and then the shit happens, and you know, it's wild, man. And yeah, so I go down there. I call my boy and shit because I didn't have a car at the time. I called my boy, and I was just like, yo, man, we're not going to work tomorrow. He's like, what you talking about? I was like, man, just come pick me up. Just come pick me up. I ain't tell him shit. Next morning, he comes over and gets me and shit. I said, man, take me over to Colorado Boulevard in Glendale over there to the Gold Building. That's the Lotto office. And I go up there, give him my ticket. The lady's like, congratulations, congratulations. Ah, shit. You know, feel like I won $1 million, man. It was 20 grand, but man, that's some life-changing shit, you know, if you know what to do with it. So I'm up in there and shit, get the ticket, give the lady the ticket and shit. They take me to the back room of the Lotto office and shit, you know what I mean? And they take a picture of me holding the big ass check, you know, the check they give you and shit. It's a big ass fake check and shit, you know, and they take a picture of it. I was wearing like some Broncos shit, you know. I was excited, man. And actually me and my boy was in the back. He came back there too. And then I go back up to the front, and then they cut me a check. They gave me a check and shit right there on the spot. And it was for $7,500. Remember now, the prize was 20 grand. So after taxes, I might have would have got like 15,000, you know, after my taxes. But I went to college out here. I went to CCD and Metro. So I had school loans. So they took the school loans out right away. Right away, they took the money from the school loans. But I was happy. It was still with $7,500. I only spent $3. I had 3 tickets and shit, and I actually won on all 3 lines. One of the lines I won $20. One of them I think I won $10, and then the last one I won $20,000. And so anyway, I ended up having $7,500. I didn't have a license in like 12 years, so I went in and got me a car and shit, man. A little PT Cruiser. It was like $2,000, man. Paid off my license and shit. Been driving ever since, you know. And that's just, I'm just telling you this, man, because it's just. It's in my head already that I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win, and I manifest that shit. I manifest it, man. You know what I mean? And after that, man, I really haven't hit. You know, I hit a couple numbers here and there and shit, but after that, I never really hit no more and shit because I'm not really focusing like I did before. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to share that with you, just to let you guys know, man. You know, your brain is powerful. Your brain is real powerful. Like they said it, you know, if you think like a millionaire, you become a millionaire. You hang with 5 broke niggas and shit, you're gonna be the 6th one. If you hang around people that know what they're doing, investors, real estate people, you know, people that got money and shit, and you're gonna be the next one. You know, it's just your brain, your manifestation and shit, you know. And I just wanted to share that with you. There's a couple gems in here, you know, if you take it to heart and shit, you know, as far as like the odds and shit. Just play the lotto that's in your state so your odds are better. And then when you get the, you know, a little bit of money, man, you just keep rolling that shit, you know. But I'm gonna start playing again. And actually, I wrote a book. I made a book called Better Your Odds and shit. The system, I put it into like a little paperback book, and I put it on Amazon. This is right when the ebooks was first coming out and shit, but I did a paperback book. It's probably still up on there. I don't even know. I could have sold a bunch of them, but I lost the account and shit, the email and all that, so I don't even know how to get back in there. But, you know, I have a physical copy of it. I got one physical copy of it and shit, you know, and I'll show you a picture of the check. You know, me holding the check at the Lotto office and shit. I think I have that somewhere, so if I do, I'll pop it up here for you. God bless you.